Alright, welcome back, and thanks for joining me. My name's Doc, and for those of you whose first time it is, welcome, and for those of you who join me regularly, welcome back. Okay, folks, I haven't done too much on healthcare, right? But recently, Mark Potok was on CNN, and he was talking about militia, but the real idea behind his whole interview, and I'll put the link in the box like I always do, was to connect all of you people that are out there opposing this death plan of Obama's. And you know, this plan, there are provisions in it to forcibly RFID chip people. And he signed little secret deals with the RFID folks to push this stuff on you guys for your records, because it's part of Smart Grid, okay? And you can Google Smart Grid and you'll see that it requires some kind of RFID for it to work, that you have to have on you at all times. Well, Obama has made a secret deal with the RFID people. Now, they've characterized you people as the people that blew up the building in Oklahoma City. Now, most people know that was a government operation by now. But those of you that don't, that's fine. You can stick to that view if you'd like. But we're in the same situation now that we were in then, right? And just like with 9/11 too, where every time we are close to forcing them to change, they blow up a building, they crash planes into buildings, they send us to war, whatever, to get your mind off it. Okay, so you folks need to get focused, right? Now, I'm going to show you a bunch of clips, because the only way for you to see who the people are that are protesting this, right? They're old folks. They're our grandmas. They're old as my mom and dad, okay? And I'm old. And they're out here by the thousands protesting this because they've read the bill and they've seen the ration care. And so you folks need to see this, right?
Like many of the other town hall meetings and forums across the country, the public wanted their voices heard.
I'm an American citizen, and you guys are undermining American exceptionalism. It's a direct assault on our personal liberties, our personal freedom, our personal privacy. You need to open it up to the free markets. You need to get the government the hell out of our way.
That was just one exchange of several at a forum that lasted well over an hour. Congressman Vic Snyder says he feels the issue involves
the reason why people are upset is because we don't feel informed. And we feel that you folks in Congress are not informed, and we are frustrated.
I'm not certain that that's the kind of money we want taken out of our health care system to pay high-priced executives and to pay pharmaceutical companies.
You guys got to fly around the country.
Yeah.
You in your words. Please. In your introductory words, you said that health care costs us $2 trillion a year. I'll take that as true.
Plus.
Plus. The banker bailout bill that you voted for has already cost us $23 trillion. You have enslaved me, my children, my grandchildren, anybody's great-grandchildren here, to pay Wall Street bankers. We cannot pay that back.
Wait, that's another, I just want to respond to this, that's another misinformation that's gotten out there that somehow these plans will cover illegal aliens. That is absolutely...
Because you can't ask them if they're illegal or not. You cannot, when you go to the doctor, you cannot ask if you are legal or not. That's why we don't know if we're insuring legals.
Section 152, page 5051.
We don't mandate in our bill.
Non-U.S.
You cannot ask an illegal if he's legal or not.
Well, then that's up to the doctors in the hospital. I'm
No,
not.
that's not. There's a law. You put in a law.
You're making the law.
Also, that over 10 years it would create a $6 billion surplus. So it's important. It's important that we all listen to that.
Haven't changed since the Bush administration.
You're lying to me.
That's right.
What are you waiting? I don't have sophisticated language. I recognize a lawyer when I see one. It was 53% this morning. That was as of the news.
I didn't say it wasn't what you're
Well,
saying.
You said it was the same as the Bush
I said it
administration.
hasn't changed.
No, it wasn't. Listen, I'm a registered Democrat. Okay?
Me too. Proud of it.
We know.
Proud of it.
We know.
Let me tell you about registered Democrats. I gave a little speech a little while this morning.
You can't tell us anything.
I believe that. I believe that.
Yeah, you're right. Lies.
No, and unfortunately...
Ladies and gentlemen,
Why would you guys try to stuff a health care bill down our throat in 3 to 4 weeks when the president took 6 months to pick what he wanted for a dog for his kids? Where are we going? Are you willing to have your
ladies and
family
gentlemen,
members sign on to every
what
bill
I'm
that
sure
you pass?
happened.
I have a question for this young man. He has the right to be represented. I'm his father, and I want to talk to you face to face. Under the Obama health care plan, which you support, this man would be given no care whatsoever because he is a cerebral palsy handicapped person.
We put an amendment in which will address his specific problem as the bill was going through the
No, sir. No, ma'am. I was trying to speak as an American in a free country with a right of freedom of speech. But I'd like to address something to Ms. Pelosi and Mr. Whatever his name is, Hoyer, and Mr. Reed. If you call my son un-American, your thugs already know where we live. We've had a visit from them in the middle of the night. They can't come to us in the middle of the day, but they come to us in the middle of the night. You know where we live. I suggest you take that plane that you have and fly to Milan, Michigan, and say that directly to my son's face if you've got the guts. This is a free country. I am a parent of a handicapped American citizen. And the reason that I am so concerned is this. Every American should pull this up on his computer. It's the New York Post, July 24th edition. Dangerous doctors. Every American needs to read this, and you'll understand why this groundswell of America's people has occurred.
It's,
the American people...
And just to jump in, it's Deadly Doctors, I think. It's by Betsy McCarthy.
Deadly Doctors.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm nervous. I've never done this before.
No, don't worry. Don't be nervous. Who was a former lieutenant governor of New York and who's been very outspoken in criticizing this health care plan from the start. And many of her predictions, some believe, have already come true. In any event, she outlines how Rahm Emanuel's brother, Ezekiel Emanuel, has got some rather... some might call them radical proposals for revision to our healthcare system. So that's the article to which you refer. Before we go on, I want to ask you, what do you mean they came to your house in the middle of the night?
After the incident was aired on television, we had a visit that night. A message was sent to my family. It has been reported to the Washington County Sheriff, and their deputy has reported it to the Michigan State Police.
People are harassing you now, Mike?
Yes, they are. And all I'm going to say to the person who doesn't have the courage to do it in the daytime, I will use every means available to me, lethal force if necessary, to protect Scott and my wife. Your message has been received. My wife is terrified. We have not told Scott about it. But if I ever catch you on my property, I will take the risk of going to prison. But you will never again threaten my family.
You know, Mike, say you were disruptive and it was not productive. How would you respond?
If I was disruptive, the police would have arrested me. All I can say is the Romula Police Department was nothing but a bunch of gentlemen. They were fine, and I respect them, and they respected me. They did me and my family no harm. The harm that is being done by this administration and the Congress. They want to foist on us a health care plan that they themselves will not take. I challenge Barack Obama, the members of Congress of both parties. If you believe so much in this plan, then you use it on your family before you put it on our families.
Because you're being labeled as terrorists. You're being called un-American, okay? And let me tell you, right, Pelosi coming on here and talking about how shouting down meetings and I don't know if you people remember ACT UP, right? But that was the homosexual groups that went around storming judges' chambers, storming sessions of Congress. This is all through the early 80s and 90s. You guys invented this stuff, man. And the only difference there was that was really staged. And that's why they think it's staged, because they staged all those events. This is not staged. You can see this is everybody's mom and dad out there mad. So please take a look at this. Also, I want to let you know, right, I start school in 11 days. Okay, most of you know I'm pursuing my master's in psychology, and I go back to school. I'm terrified of going back to school, right? Because I've seen the evidence for the banking holiday, and all, just things look bad coming up. So I'm terrified, but like the rest of you, I have bills to pay, and I get paid to go to school. So going back to school on the 22nd, and I'm just going to have to keep my ear to the ground, because I know we're cutting it close. So anyway, get a load of these videos. We reached 3,000 subscribers. I can't thank you guys enough. I'm NSM Doc. I'll see you on the next round.